Hello YouTubers. I thought I would make a video of my weekend. When I tell people I'm busy all weekend, I don't think they really realize what all I do. There's always something going on. I'm not going to videotape everything I'm doing, but I'll show you what I've done and what I'm doing and little highlights, I guess, of my weekend. There was a gun show this morning. I went out to the gun show, got some parts for a revolver that I wanted, and then I stopped at the Target guys that, remember the targets I've got that show you what you're doing wrong if you're shooting at a target where different spots on it. So I bought a whole bunch of different style of this type targets. They're a lot larger. I'm going to use them for setting up the shooter challenges, and I just released a video on my Kydex press that I made. I ordered some Kydex and some parts. I just put this shelf right here, I don't know if you can see it, for all the different rivets and different parts you use when you're making the Kydex sheaths and holsters. So I've got some of that stuff coming. Got my Kreg jig out. I'm going to make a shelf right across the top, real short, that I can store all these big targets in. And then they'll be laying flat instead of rolled up, and I'll just be able to pull them out. I got 4 different targets. I put these boards in here, and I'm going to put a piece of plywood across there. Actually, it's hardboard, and it's not real strong stuff, and that press is pretty heavy. So I put a board here to support the press. I'm going to put a thing up here to the bottom of that coming across, and I'm going to make a lot of little shelves in here to store the different types of Kydex. I think I got 4 different colors ordered, but they've got all different colors of Kydex. So I'll have little shelves in there for the Kydex to keep it laying flat and out of harm's way, I guess. Then we'll go on to some other things. That's what I'm doing right now. I'll show you this when it's all done and hopefully looking good. Be back in a little while. Okay, that's done. Although I got to get another piece of the hardboard because I ran out. I need 3 more shelves. Those shelves will pull out and slide back in. The sheets of Kydex that I bought are 12 inches by 24 inches, and they'll fit right in those shelves real nice. Got the top shelf done for my targets. Here's the 4 different targets I bought. There's 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. These are real nice targets. The company doesn't have a website, but that you can call them up and order them online. They're also the same company that makes those targets that diagnose what you're maybe doing wrong with shooting handguns. I will put at the end of the video or sometime or another a picture of their flyer. If you want to order some from them, I got those for $1 a piece. So if you want to order some, you'll have to pay at least $1 a piece. I told them what I was doing with them, and they gave me a deal on them. So maybe we can work something out. I'll figure something out if you want to order some targets from them. We won't be using those in the challenges, but I'll kind of use them to set up the challenge. So during the process of doing this, it is now 2 o'clock. My wife and I always go out to eat for lunch, get a burger. So we went out to eat, went to Menards. I'd already went to Menards once today to get the hardboard and the 2x4s, but I didn't know I was going to need some more hardboard. So after I got home, I finished this up. I'm prepared to start putting rice. I'm going to put 2 cups of rice in my quart bags that I got. Got 200 quart bags. Hopefully the rice won't puncture the bag, I don't know. But I had opened up a 5-gallon bucket of rice, and so now I want to vacuum seal healthy portion sizes into those bags. Right now it's time to go out and feed the rabbits. So I will be going out to do that, but I just saw something here on the floor I wanted to show you. I saw, if you look up making Kydex sheaths or holsters on YouTube, they make a vacuum job to vacuum seal. It vacuums the membrane down over the top of the gun and the holster, and it does a really cool job. I think it might even do better than the press does. This is a pressure canner, but the last time I used it I couldn't get it to seal. So I'm thinking about putting a vacuum gauge on it, changing this out to hook up to a vacuum pump, and sealing the overpressure thing. And since it's going to be sucking it down tighter onto the seal, I think it'll work for a vacuum chamber to evacuate the air that's in the thing and draw it down. So I might make one of those and use this, and I do already have a couple of vacuum pumps that I could use on this. And on a big tank I've got over there, which I could use, but it's just a humongous tank. It's as big as, I don't know if you can see my big canner, but it's bigger than that. I've got a vacuum switch on it so that it will draw a vacuum and then shut off the vacuum pump until the vacuum goes down below what the switch is set at, and then it'll kick the pump back on. I may rig this up with something like that, and then maybe there's no room down there, but I'll find some place to put it, and then I'll have a vacuum, make the vacuum job, and see how that works. I don't know what they call them, but this area is already filling up again. But that's going to be handy. Here's the drawers for my parts, my targets, the press. I got my heat gun down there, and I'll have my different Kydex colors and stuff over there. So I'm getting set up for it. Gotta go feed the bunnies. Well, that project's done. I fed the rabbits, gave them all a little hay, came back up here. Man, having those quart bags was nice. I got through that 25 pounds of rice real quick. I only had one bag that evidently got punctured when I was trying to put it in the bucket. I got all but those 4 bags in the bucket, and I put a gamma lid on the top so I can get in and out of it real quick. I'll put those in my stash over there. I got a 25-pound bag in there that I still haven't got out of the freezer, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and get it in a Mylar bag in a 5-gallon bucket, seal it, and move on to the next thing. Okay, it's a little after 3 now. Getting a lot done. Had to stop and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because I was getting hungry. James, I finally got it packed up. I'm going to send it out. It'll be a surprise. Vicky, I got to find a big box, but I'm putting together a package for you. For your garden. I already tied the knots. Popper. And right now I've got the measurements and stuff to make the hanger. I haven't made any yet, but I'm going to try to make them. I'm going to start working on one right now. I got some stainless. Oh! Redneck? Tony? You said you could weld. I'm going to send you a kit. I just got to get this stuff packed up. I'm showing you how busy I am. I said I'd send it to you, and I will. Just give me time. Let's get on to the next thing. Oh, just remembered. I got a January prepper challenge to shoot here. So I got to get this all divided out and get someone to throw it in the air for me. Watch for that video.